Subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials and press the bell icon for notifications.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Emmanuel Tutorials. Today we'll be seeing exercise 3.4 of the NCERT Class 12 Maths book from Matrices chapter. So let's see the question. Using elementary transformations, find the inverse of each of the matrices if it exists in exercises 1 to 17. So here you have to find the inverses of the matrices that they have given in each of the questions from 1 to 17. Now for finding inverse, you can use two methods for elementary transformation, either column transformations or row transformations. For row transformations, you will use this equation. A is equal to IA, and for column transformations, you will use A is equal to AI. And also you can remember that whenever you start row transformation, you should always go in this manner: first column and second column and then third column, this way. Row transformation, you should remember that you should always start with the first column, complete it, and then go to the second and third column. And for column transformation, you should remember that you will always go from first row, complete the first row's transformation, and then go to the second and third row, and so on. So let's start. We'll solve the first one with row transformation and the rest with column transformation, and between also we will see row transformations. So for row transformations, the equation is A is equal to IA. So let's substitute. A's value will be 1, 2, minus 1, 3, and the value of I is 1, 0, 0, 1. Now you have to solve the left hand side to make it an identity matrix. So, and then the right hand side that you get, the matrix which you get on the right hand side, will be the inverse. And you also have to remember one more point, that if you get the whole row, complete row or complete column in the left hand side of any of the rows or columns equal to 0, then inverse doesn't exist. A inverse doesn't exist. So you can stop there and you can say that A inverse doesn't exist because the whole row is consisting of zeros, or the whole column is consisting of zeros. Now for the first one, I said that for row transformations you must always go from first column, then proceeding to the second and third columns. So for the first column, you have to make this an identity matrix. So first element should be 1. It is already 1. So you can go to the second element of the first column, which is 2. This you have to make it 0 to make it an identity matrix. So to make it 0, you can use the first row's values. Now first row's values are 1 and minus 1. And how can we make it 0? Only if first row has element as 2. Now to make it 2, you'll have to multiply it by 2. So it will be 2 minus 2 times of the first row. So first row's values will be 2 and minus 2. So this will be 2 minus 2, which is 0. 3 minus 2, which will be 5, because it will be 3 plus 2. Similar thing you have to do it on the RHS also. So it will be 0 minus 1 into 2, which is minus 2. 1 minus 0 into 2, which is again 1. Now we finish with the second element. Now we can go to the second column. So for the second column, again you need a 1 over here and a 0 over here. 1 is already there. To make this 0, what we can do is just add the first row with the second column, because we need a 1. If you add minus 1 to 1, it will become 0. So, and here we already have 0. So it will not affect the first element. So you can just add both the rows. So R1 will be R1 plus R2. So it will be 1 plus 0 is 1, minus 1 plus 1 is 0. So you will get on the RHS 1 minus 2 by 5, which is 5 minus 2 by 5, which will be 3 by 5. And this would be 0 plus 1 by 5, which is 1 by 5. Also in the second transformation, we do see that it is R2 by 5. So this will be minus 2 by 5 and 1 by 5. So the resultant A inverse will be 3 by 5, 1 by 5, minus 2 by 5, 1 by 5, because we have already made this an identity matrix. Now also you have to remember one more point. It is that always the transformation or the row which you are using on the left hand side should be the row which is the first thing on the right hand side. So if you are using R1 or you are changing R1, you should not write R2 transformation first. It should always be first the R1 transformation, then the R2 transformation. So here in this first one, you cannot say that R2 is equal to R1 by 5. It will be always R2 by 5. Also here that if you are making a transformation on R1, always there should be a transformation on R1 on the right hand side also. If you don't use R1 and you just use some other row, this is not allowed, because if you want to change R1, then you have to use R1 and some other row or only R1 to get the resultant matrix. Now let's go to the second question. The matrix given is 2, 1, 1, 1. And now we'll start using column transformations. So the equation you have to use is A is equal to A into I. Just substitute them. It will be 2, 1, 1, 1 is equal to A into 1, 0, 0, 1. Now we have to make the first element 1. To make it 1, we can just subtract the second matrix from second column from the first column. So the transformation will be C1 is C1 minus C2. And we know that we are going to go this way. First complete the first row and then to the second row and so on. So it will be 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, and remaining will be 1 and 1 in the second column. In the RHS, it will be 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, and 0 and 1 will remain the second column. Similarly, for the second next transformation, we need the second element of the first row to be 0. To make that 0, you can just subtract first column from second column. So can we write it as C2 is given by C2 minus C1. So it will be 1 minus 1 is 0, 1 minus 0 is 1. So 1, 0, 0, 1. And similarly on the RHS, it will be 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 1 minus minus 1 is 2. So the resultant matrix will be 1 minus 1 minus 1, 2, because we have already achieved the identity matrix on the left hand side. So A inverse is this matrix. Now next matrix 1, 3, 2, 7. Now first element we have to check. First element is already 1, so you can leave that. Now second element has to be 0 of the first row. To make that 0, what we can use is the first column. How can we do that? You need the first column element also to be 3 to get this as 0. So you'll multiply first column by 3. So it will be 3 or C2 minus 3 times C1. So you'll get 3 minus 3, which is 0, 7 minus 2 into 3, which is 7 minus 6, which is 1, and 1 and 2 on the first column. And second, that is RHS, you'll get 0 minus 1 into 3, which is minus 3, 1 minus 0 again, so 1. And 1 and 0 will remain. Now we have the first column elements as the identity matrix elements. Now let's go to the second row. The second row already has 1 in the second element position for second column, second row. So we are remaining with only this 2 element to make it 0. To make this 0, what we can use is the second column again. That can be done by subtracting second column multiplied by 2. So it will be C1 minus 2 times C2. It will be 2 minus 2, which is 0, 1 minus 0, which is 1, and 0 and 1 will remain. A into 1 minus 2 by 3, minus 2 into 3, which is 6. So 1 plus 6 is 7. 0 minus 2 into 1, so minus 2, minus 3, and 1 will remain. So we already got the inverse because identity matrix is formed on the left hand side. So this is the inverse of A. Now let's go to the next question. 2, 3, 5, 7. First element is not 1. To make it 1, what we can do is just divide it by 2. So to divide, why we are not using the second column is because here there is no there is a possibility, but to usually for making an element 1, it's better to go with division operation if the second column values are not lesser than the first column values. So you can use the division operation to make 1, and 0 you can use the subtraction operation mostly. So this will be, you just divide it by 2, so you will get 2 by 2, which will be 1, 5 by 2, which will be 5 by 2, 3 and 7. And similarly on the RHS it will be 1 by 2 and 0 by 2, and 0 and 1 will remain. Next, we have already transformed the first one and the first one. Now we will do the second one. So second element is 3. 3, if we want to make it 0, what we can do is use the first column, because the first column's first element is 1. So using this, if we make this also 3 and subtract it from the second column, we'll get C2 minus 3 times C1. So it will be 3 minus 3, 0, 7 minus 15 by 2, which is minus half. Similarly on the RHS, you will get half, 0, and this will be 0 minus 3 by 2, so it's minus 3 by 2, and 1 minus 0. Next we go to the third element. The third element is minus 1 by 2, because in 2 cross 2 you can always remember that for column transformation you will go this way, and for row transformation you will go this way. Okay, so the arrow is there. So first, second, third, fourth, first, second, third, fourth, this way. So this can be followed for all 2 cross 2 row and column transformation. This is for column, this for row. Now for the third element, to make it 1, what we can do is just multiply it by minus 2. So multiplying it by minus 2, we get 0 into minus 2 is 0, minus half into minus 2 is 1. Similarly on the RHS, minus 3 by 2 into minus 2 will give us 3, and 1 into minus 2 will give us minus 2, and we write the remaining elements as it is. Similarly, next we have to transform the fourth element, which is 5 by 2, to 0. So again we use the second column, and we say that C1 is C1 minus 5 by 2 times C2. So this element becomes 0, this element is still 1, 0, 1 as it is, and C1 again it will be half minus 5 by 2, that is 15 by 2, which gives us minus 7, and 0 minus 5 by 2 into minus 2, which gives us plus 5. Now we have transformed this into an identity matrix, so we get the A inverse on the RHS side. Now let's go to the next question. The matrix is 2, 1, 7, 4. We substitute it on the LHS. Now we see the first element is 2. To make it 1, what we can do is, since this second column's first element is 1, which is lesser than the first column's first element, we can use this element itself or this column itself instead of dividing by 2. So what transformation we'll do? C1 is C1 minus C2. So it will be 2 minus 1, 7 minus 4, 1 minus 0, 0 minus 1. So this will be 1, 3, 1, 4 as it is, 1 minus 1, 0, 1. Now second element. Now second element is 1. To make it 0, we can directly subtract it. Subtract the first column from the second column. So it will be C2 is C2 minus C1. So it will be 1 minus 1 is 0. 4 minus 3 is 1. Similarly on the RHS side, 0 minus 1 is minus 1. 1 minus minus 1 is plus 2. And remaining elements as they are. C1 is now for now this is 1 already, so we can leave this. We don't need to do any transformation. Now the fourth element is 3. To make this 0, we can use the second column. So it will be C1 is C1 minus 3 times C2. So you get 1 minus 0 and 3 minus 3, which is 0. And on the RHS, you will get 1 minus 3 into minus 1. So 1 minus 3, so that will be 4, and this will be minus 1 minus 6, so that will give us minus 7. Now let's go to the next question. We have already got this as the inverse because we have formed the identity matrix on the left hand side. Now sixth question, 2, 5, 1 minus 3. We write it as the equation. Now we are trying to do the row transformation because we have done many column transformations. Now the equation will change. It will be A is equal to IA. Now here we see first element. Now here which direction will go? This way. So this will be 2. 2 is the first element. So you have to convert it into 1. To make it 1, what can we do? We have to use the second row. Or the second, now because row transformation, so second row will be used. You can see the second row's element is lesser than 2, so you can use it instead of division method. So it will be R1 is equal to R1 minus R2. So if you subtract, it will be 2 minus 1 is 1, 5 minus 3 is 2, 1 minus 0 is 1, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, and into A. Now let's go to the second element, which is 1. Now to make this 0, to make it an identity matrix, you can directly subtract first row from the second row. So it will be 1 minus 1, 0, 3 minus 2 is 1, 0 minus 1 is minus 1, 1 minus minus 1 is 2. Now the third element is already 1, so you don't need to do any transformations here. You can directly go to the fourth element, which is 2. You have to convert this to 0. So it will be R1 minus 2 times R2. So 1 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 into minus 2 will be 3. And minus 1 minus 2 into 2 is minus 5. So this will give us 3 minus 5 and minus 1, 2 as it is. So since this LHS has changed to an identity matrix, we have already got our A inverse, which is 3 minus 5 minus 1, 2. Now let's go to the next question. The matrix is 3, 1, 5, 2. Let's substitute it here. Again we are going with column transformations. Now this way. This is the direction we are going to go. So first element has to become 1. To do that, we'll check the second row, column's elements. You can see that it is lesser than 3, so you can use that itself to convert it into 1. So it will be 3 minus 2 times second column. So it will be 3 minus 2, which is 1. 5 minus 4, which is 1 again. And 1, 2 as it is. 1 minus 0, 0 minus 1 into 2. So that will give us minus 2. 0, 1 as there. Now we got the first element as 1. Now we have to go to the second element. Second element is 1. To make it 0, what we can do is just subtract C1 from C2. So what we can do, C2 is C2 minus C1. 1 minus 1 is 0, 2 minus 1 is 1. And remaining 1 and 1 as they are. This will be 0 minus 1 is minus 1. 1 minus minus 2 is 3. And 1 minus 2 as there. Now all our elements have changed except 1. Only this has to be turned to 0. To make this 0, again you can just subtract. C1 is equal to C1 minus C2, which will give us 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And this is 0 and 1. 1 minus minus 1 is 2. Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5. So we got our A inverse, which is 2 minus 1 minus 5, 3. Now next, 8th question. The matrix is 4, 5, 3, 4. Again write the equation, substitute the matrix. Now first element is 4. Now if you just compare it with the second column's element, it is greater. The second column element is greater than the first column. So we go by the division method. So this will be 4 or C1 divided by 4. C1 is C1 divided by 4, which gives us 4 by 4 is 1, 3 by 4 is 3 by 4, 1 by 4 is 1 by 4, and 0 by 4 is 0. And remaining elements as they are. Now we have to go to the second element, which is 5. Now since first element's columns has a lesser value than the second element column, we can go with subtraction method. So C2 is C2 minus 5 times C1. That will give us 1, 3 by 4, 0, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 0, minus 5 by 4, 1. Now third element. Third element is 1 by 4. To make this 1, what we can do is just multiply it by 4. So C2 is 4 times C2. 0 into 4, 1 into 4, 1 by 4 into 4 is 1. Minus 5 by 4 into 4 is minus 5. 1 into 4 is 4. And rest elements as they are. Now only this element is left to be transformed so that we can get identity matrix on the left hand side. This we have to make it 0. Again compare. Now here even without comparison it will work, because since all other elements are 0, this element is the only one which will be responsible for the change in the first column. So we can use the subtraction method. So it will be C1 minus 3 by 4 times C2, which will give us 1, 0, 0, 1. And on the RHS it will be 1 by 4 plus 15 by 4, which will give us 4. 0 minus 3 by 4 into 4 is minus 3. So that will be here. So our final A inverse will be 4 minus 5 minus 3, 4. Now let's go to the next question. 9th one, 3, 10, 2, 7. We substitute it in the equation. Now first element we see that it's 3 and second element's value is greater than 3. So we go by the division method. So C1 is 1 by 3 times C1. So it will be 3 by 3, which is 1, 2 by 3, which is 2 by 3, 1 by 3, which is 1 by 3, and 0 by 3 is 0. And rest elements as they are. Now C2 will be C2 minus 10 times C1. Why? Because we can use the subtraction method again, because first column's elements are lesser than second column's elements, the values. So you can just say C2 minus 10 times C1, which will make this 0. And this will be 7 minus 20 by 3, which will give us 1 by 3. And this will give us 0 minus 10 by 3 and 1 minus 0, which is these values. Minus 10 by 3, 1, 1 by 3, 0, 0, 1 by 3, 1, 2 by 3. Now we are going to look at this element. We have to make the third element 1. To make that 1, what we can do is just multiply it by 3. Multiplying this column by 3, we get C2 is 3 times C2, which is 0, 1. And in the RHS, it will be minus 10 by 3 into 3, which is minus 10. 1 into 3 is 3. And remaining elements as they are. Now, next is the last element, fourth element, which is 2 by 3. To make this 0, again we can just follow the subtraction method. So for subtraction, you'll just multiply second column by 2 by 3. So C1 is C1 minus 2 by 3 C2. You will get 1, 0, 0, 1. On the RHS, it will be 1 by 3 minus or plus 20 by 3, which is 7, and 0 minus 2, which is minus 2. So remaining elements will be 7 minus 10 minus 2, 3. Now since we made this an identity matrix, our A inverse is found and A inverse exists. Thank you for watching the video. If you have seen, it's really easy, and if you follow these simple tips and tricks, you can easily find out the inverse of 2 cross 2 matrix by elementary transformations. If you have any doubts related to this or any other concepts, you can mention them in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials for more. In the next part, we will be seeing the next 9 questions of exercise 3.4. Thank you.
Subscribe to Emmanuel Tutorials and press the bell icon for notifications.